It's Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Thursday. I didn't get to the comic store yesterday, so here's Wednesday's comics today. First up, as you can see, we've got Supergirl, a Tony Orlando book that's about to be canceled in a few issues. I was going to give this up just because I'd lost a little bit of interest, but with the impending demise coming up, I figured why not give it a few more months to have the whole collection at hand. I do like Tony Orlando, but something about the book has been a little lackluster. Having said that, the art in the interior of this is just fantastic. So there you have it. I'm actually really glad I made the decision to stick on board. Next up, another Orlando book. We got Justice League of America here right now. This is the basically the resolution to what's going on with the extremists, Lord Havoc, them making up their universe again. And I'm actually going to sit down. Fuck this. Let's get back to sitting down and lens glare. That's what I'm trying to say. The first part of this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I'm hoping I like this as much as I like the last issue. Whatever happens, I'm hoping that they restore Anger, the Marvel analog to its old self, so that we have those characters back again, because I really like those characters that they all killed off in the original storyline. I quite dig Lord Havoc, the Doctor Doom analog, and I quite get a kick out of him fighting Batman, because really it's nothing more than Doctor Doom fighting Batman. And who doesn't want to see that? Next we got Hal Jordan, and of course the Green Lantern Corps. This cover pretty much says it all right now. The ring that Kyle Rayner got from Hal Jordan is making him all kooky in the head, because it's too much power for Kyle to handle. Because the ring was made literally from Hal himself, and so it's all bleeding into Kyle. Hal's personality is suddenly it's sort of taken over Kyle a little bit, and he can't quite handle it. Go figure. Next up, we got a cover that I think is extremely misleading. Action Comics number 999. How about that, huh? One more issue before 1,000, which is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I'm looking forward to the Bendis stuff, but I'm also a little bummed out that we're going to say goodbye to these dudes. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not the biggest fan of the red underwear on the outside. Superman's my guy. He's my favorite superhero of all time, and I much prefer him just looking like he's wearing pants as opposed to having his underwear on the outside. But I'm sure Bendis is going to do a great job. So this cover seems to indicate some sort of big fight with General Lane, and I'm pretty sure nothing like this happens in the interior from what I skimmed. Next up, we got Sideways number 2. The first issue of this was great. I'm really looking forward to this issue. Kenneth Rocafort is a fucking superstar artist. This guy is gold. If he draws it, I'm pretty much buying it, man. And I can't wait to read this issue. I'm not crazy about DiDio's writing, but Justin Jordan, that guy kicks butt. If you haven't read Luther Strode, do it. Go read it. Next, we got Suicide Squad, a book that continues to impress me. I've been really happy that Hack is back, although I'm finding it a little weird that she went from this very demure, caring style character to kind of this mental case, I want to kill everybody because I was killed character. Having said that, she was, of course, reduced to a digital component. She's now just basically literally the ghost in the machine, so fair enough that it affected her personality. Oh, and then there's Wonder Woman, the James Robinson Wonder Woman book. This book brings back her brother to the fold, and I think my suspicion is that this is going to lead to the return of the Olympians. Something tells me the Olympians are coming back. And then, of course, we got Titans. Oh, man, do I love this book. And I don't love this book because it's the best written book in the world. I love this book because I love this book, if that makes any sense. The characters in this book are all just fantastic. This is the Teen Titans I always wanted to see, and I've gone on and on about this, about how this is the group of Teen Titans that I've wanted to see that I didn't even know I wanted to see for a goddamn long time now. Paul Pelichet and the art shore is just fantastic. I can't wait to see what's going on with Roy Harper in this issue. And there's a whole Cheshire thing going on here, too. Next up, we got one of the last issues of Trinity, written by James Robinson. The storyline has been fantastic, man. It's the Trinity, hanging out in Skataris. Skataris being basically the DC Universe's answer to the Savage Lands. It's this place in the North Pole, this weird little tesseract mini-dimension where there's no nighttime, and it's sort of like, like I was saying, Land of the Lost. There's dinosaurs, but there's also magic creatures, and there's that guy Demos. And this is where the Warlord steps in. If you love a Warlord, you got to be reading the storyline. It's great. Next up, we got one of the best comics DC is producing, Batman Detective Comics. This is part 1 of the Batman Eternal storyline that I can't wait to read. And sadly, I think this is the end of James Tynion's run, which has been maybe my favorite Batman run ever. Maybe. No, that's not true. Grant Morrison's my guy. Next up, we got another one of DC's best books, Mr. Miracle. Man, this book is just amazing. If you aren't reading this, you are missing out. Just fantastic. It's Tom King at his best. This is him doing his equivalent to his Vision book at DC, and it really is his equivalent to Vision. This is just an amazing book. Next up, we got, excuse me, Mage, the Hero Denied. The last part in the Mage Saga. The Mage Saga. I've been reading this comic since I was, what, like 14 years old or something? And this is the book that's literally grown up with me. And as this book has grown up with me, he's also lost his hair. Although I lost my hair way, way earlier than he did, boy, let me tell you. Next up, we got what they're billing as the new Fantastic Four uniforms, which isn't really true. They're really just the Thing and the Human Torch's outfits, as they're almost sort of the Fan Four, but there's only 3 of them in the book, so I don't know how they're actually trying to hack it off as the Fantastic Four. But this book has been great, and I can't wait to read it. Although, let me just quickly say, the whole bit about their powers turn into crap because they need to be tethered to the original Fan Four. Nobody likes Fantastic Four storylines where they lose their powers. Enough with the, my powers are going. These stories are so lame. And it's been done to death. Oh, I got something in my throat. Oh, thank you, delicious iced coffee. That's better. And then, of course, we got Flash, the storyline where Barry's lost his powers and Wally's the Flash. I can't wait to read this issue. The last issue was a little disappointing, I won't lie. I wanted to see Wally West kick a little bit more ass than he did, but it was solid, and I like the way things are going. Just sometimes the action in this book is a little weak. Then I picked up a couple of trade paperbacks. I picked up Bloodshot Salvation. My vacation to Hawaii, I really fell in love with the Bloodshot storyline by Jeff Lemire. And hey, look at that. It's Kevin Rocafort again. Look at this guy. This guy's a killer artist. So I can't wait to read this. And something I really got to point out here is 99, you know, $9.99. 99 bucks for a trade paperback would suck, but $9.99 for 5 issues, you know, just fantastic. The Valiant Comics, they do a great job of giving you a little spine action there, bang for your buck. They do. They really do. And, well, too hard to do with one hand right now. I'll show that off later on at some point. And then last off, they was selling this for a mere $14.99 at Taz. Strike Force Morichiri. We are... I can read, I swear to God. We who are about to die. Strike Force Morichiri was a book that came out in the 80s while I was in high school. And the concept behind this is in the future when humanity is at war with some alien race and they're getting their asses kicked. And they come up with this program that enables humans to become superhumans. But the problem with the program is that it will kill them. They'll gain a random superhuman powers and they will die at a random time. Inevitably. This book was really cutting edge at the time. Nobody was doing anything like it. It's Brent Anderson, by the way. I mean, yeah, you saw that right. I believe that's Walsey Portatio. And then there's Peter B. Gillis guy. I don't even know that he's doing comics anymore. But man, this book was great. I think what failed more tthan anything about this book, and I'm going to be reading it again soon, was that the idea of getting into a comic book featuring a bunch of characters that are all inevitably going to die, it's a hard sell. And, I mean, I think everybody on that cover ends up dead except for one of them, from what I recall. I do think maybe at some point in the storyline, they found a way to keep them from dying, but not before all these guys, except for maybe, I won't show you, one of them doesn't die. And this is just some great art chores there by Brent Anderson. Man, this book is just great. Great. And one thing that's worth noting is that right now on Marvel Digital Comixology, they're selling this shit for 99 cents, man. I think I just bought the last volume, that volume there, for volume 3, for 99 cents. That's knuckin' futz. So there you have it, my little rundown of the week's comics with a little bit of flair from that. Curse you, bad lighting! Hey, you get what you pay for, and this is free, right? Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends that I'm producing crappy videos and they should watch them too. Bye for now.